Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another session of on research methodology. So in this video we'll talk about types of research. Yeah, in other words, we'll talk about कि जो level of research है depend उसकी base के ऊपर what kind या किस किस्म की या किस level की आप जो है ना research कर सकते हो or to put it more accurately depending upon कि आप आपके field में या आपके जो जिस टॉपिक को आप रिसर्च करने जा रहे हो वो रिसर्च कहाँ तक पहुँची है एंड द फिनोमेना दैट यू आर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग आप उसे किस लेवल के ऊपर रिसर्च कर रहे हो इज इट at a initial level or is it at an in-depth level. तो उनको हम लोग will call it types of research. So let's have a look. There are basically three basic types जो कि underpin करती हैं type of research को, but there are others as well. दो वो उनमें से तीन जो basic types हैं उसमें number one है is exploratory type of research या research जो आप करने जा रहे हो जो उसकी जो nature है that is an exploratory nature. यानी आप explore कर रहे हो, you're not going into the depth. So it's about finding out what is happening in seeking new insights, or you're at a level where you're trying to generate new ideas. Yeah, you're trying to find out कि ये एक phenomena exist करता है, इसके ऊपर you explore that phenomena and then you generate ideas कि where you can find out more about it in terms of कि क्या चीज़ें हैं जो टेस्ट की जा सकती हैं, वो क्या नए hypotheses हैं which you can test and it make a groundwork for the new research. The second type of research is descriptive. Descriptive, as the name shows, you're not only describing the phenomena. नया नहीं है, it exists. And you're trying to describe it so that you can fill in the gaps or the missing parts on उनको describe कर सको. So portraying the current state of the situation or phenomena, वो descriptive research की nature उसकी descriptive है या जो type of research है that is descriptive. And the third basic या main type of research is explanatory. Explanatory is actually the research that you as a research student might know of, where you're trying to explain a phenomena. See this, आप किसी phenomena को explore नहीं कर रहे ना उसको describe कर रहे, but के in depth जाकर you're trying to find out the why, कि अगर ये हो रहा है तो क्यों हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है. So seeking an explanation for a situation or a problem, mostly cause and effect के through करते हैं, लेकिन not necessarily ज़रूरी नहीं है in explanation you're only doing the cause and effect, but in a majority of the cases it's about the causal relationships that the researcher is interested in. And there are other types as well, and one of them is improving. जैसे आपने paradigms के बारे में पढ़ा कि there are basic paradigms and there's a new paradigm which is pragmatic. इसी तरह the type of research जो कि exploratory and descriptive and explanatory से beyond that is improving, where the why you're researching, the type of research that you're doing is not in isolation, but balki you're doing it so that you can improve a certain aspect of a studied phenomena. So research करके रख नहीं दी या इसको explore नहीं कर लिया या इसको describe नहीं कर लिया ना या उसको explain नहीं कर दिया, यहाँ पे full stop नहीं लगता, बल्कि you do either of these things in order to improve the current state the problems that you're having under the phenomena that you're investigating. So there are these basic three types, and we'll look into each one of them in detail. So first of all, exploratory type of research it involves exploring of a problem या किसी phenomena को from the lens of what this phenomena is, उसमें कौन सी चीज़ें होती हैं, you're seeking exploration to a problem. Or once you explore that phenomena. So that means it will give you a groundwork so that you can carry out your future studies. आपने explore कर लिया एक phenomena को, and you get bits and pieces of information, या bits of pieces of elements in it, and then you formulate some sort of maybe research question जो आगे further आपको जो है ना further research में help out कर सकें. Or you can determine whether what is observed can be explained by an existing theory. तो ये भी हो सकता है. Exploration सिर्फ ऐसी ही नहीं है कि you don't, it's a new topic, a totally new phenomena जो कि आप explore कर रहे हो, बल्कि it could be something कि the topic that you're researching वो किसी और what do you call it, domain से theory आप लेके आओ, or you trying to explore whether this phenomena or this topic can be explained by an existing theory. तो वो सिर्फ you're not explaining it by that theory, you're just exploring कि क्या potential है for this theory to explain this phenomena. आपकी जो research है वो सिर्फ exploration के level तक है. So either it is something totally new which you're exploring, or some existing groundwork or framework already exists, or in some other discipline or in another field, और उसकी base के ऊपर आप explore कर रहे हो कि whether it can be a good candidate in understanding a phenomena at hand जो कि आप research कर रहे हो. So the focus for exploratory research is discovery of ideas. ठीक है, तो how do you know whether your research is exploratory? If you're just discovering ideas, you're exploring a phenomena. And exploration can be either in the form of a new topic that you're exploring, or it could be in the form of a new angle to an already existing phenomena. ठीक है, तो a new topic क्या है? Yes, maybe एक बिल्कुल नया phenomena आ जाए जो पहले exist नहीं करता हो. Example could be the disruptive technologies come and you're trying to explore कि उनका how those disruptive technologies are being undertaken with respect to the social life of the human beings. So you'll be in that exploration mode. क्योंकि उन disruptive technologies का जो effect से relevant जो research है वो इतनी mature नहीं हुई, that people haven't really researched on it. So all the more reason to explore that phenomena in terms of new topic. या पर new angles or new ways of looking at things. तो आपके पास पहले से एक phenomena exist करता है, right? And you already and one of the angles that is missing in that phenomena, you try to you find it out from somebody else's research in another field. तो आप वो वाला angle अपनाते हो and try to explore the phenomena through that angle. An example could be in information systems की research, information systems में जो research होती है, there are a number of theories available. तो maybe in security field में एक phenomena exist करता है, that is cyber security behavior, and how people behave, and or behavior, it includes the cybersecurity practices while they're using their devices or while they're using their smartphones or their laptops or computers. So here exploration mode would mean कि आप information systems में से कोई theory उठाएं and then you try to explore cybersecurity behavioral phenomena under that theory. So this is how a new angle or new ways of looking at an older phenomena will constitute an exploratory type of research. So let's have a look at one of the exploratory research type of key example in the field of software engineering. So this is one of the study that is an exploratory study of software reverse engineering in a security context. So ये एक study की गई थी जिसमें it's about reverse engineering की जाए so that you can respond to security threats. Or the overall goal was to understand या explore जो work practices हैं उन लोगों की जो कि reverse engineers की जो कि normal reverse engineers नहीं थे बल्कि they were security reverse engineers. So a study done in security context at a research and development government organization to explore, right? Their work processes या work practices और जो in terms of के जो tools वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, artifacts इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उनको explore किया गया था reverse engineering और reverse engineering को security context में देखते हुए. And another example is this study, which is how do software engineers understand code changes, and the full title is an exploratory study in industry. So this study was a large scale quantitative and qualitative study, यानी कि दोनों तरीके की उन्होंने उसके अंदर explorations की थी, qualitative exploration भी थी, quantitative exploration भी थी, जो कि Microsoft में हुई, industry Microsoft. So here the researchers, they try to investigate, they try to explore the role of understanding code changes during software development processes. Specifically, they were trying to explore कि जो engineers information needs है वो क्या है for understanding changes, and they were exploring requirements for the corresponding tool support. So a few of the examples that depict the exploration can be a new topic, or it can be a new angle to an existing topic at hand. And one thing I'd like to point out over here कि ज़रूरी नहीं exploration आप सिर्फ वैसे the way we explain exploration is हमें लगता है कि वो शायद qualitative ही हो, we're trying to understand about different ideas, लेकिन not necessarily, it could be quantitative in nature. Qualitative अगर आप explain कर लें just in terms of what exists या क्या है, what are the new ideas, or quantitative maybe आप उस new idea के elements को explore करें, and then you have a quantity against those elements. Okay? For instance, let's suppose you're trying to explore cyberbullying phenomenon in Pakistan, right? So एक qualitative ऐसा हो सकता है कि trying to explore के bullying होती है पाकिस्तान में नहीं, and you try to get narrative या maybe उसमें आपको by words या sentences पता चल जाए. लेकिन on the other hand, you can also put a number to it and make it a quantitative study कि हो भी रही है cyberbullying या नहीं, किसी को पता भी है cyberbullying का या नहीं. So they can be both qualitative and quantitative. So let's have a look at the type of research that can be descriptive in nature. So the aim of descriptive research is to describe something, or will be you describe whatever a phenomena that you're trying to understand in detail in such a way कि आपके जो missing parts हैं आप उनको complete करो, so that your understanding it expands about a phenomena that you're trying to research. और इसमें descriptions क्या हो सकती हैं? Maybe there's a new phenomena and a new population is there's an interlink between a new phenomena and the people who are being affected by that phenomena. So maybe you describe the characteristics. So it's not just exploration. You already know that phenomena exists, लेकिन आप उसको describe कर रहे हो in terms of वो characteristics क्या हैं population की जो कि इस phenomena से interact करती है या influence होती है. And one way to know whether your research is descriptive is when you're just answering the what questions. Okay, क्या characteristics हैं, so they are descriptive in nature. लेकिन you do not answer questions something like that कि how, when, why. उसके अंदर वो explanation नहीं है. And surely there is no exploration why, because it's not a new idea, or neither it is a new angle to it. बल्कि you're trying to describe a phenomena in the context, you are in a particular context जिसमें आप वो study करने जा रहे हो. Descriptive जो type of research है, as opposed to exploratory research, before you carry out that type of research, so you should have a predetermined planning and structure, and that is actually necessary. Exploration में तो you do not know in advance what you come across, but because you're trying to develop the understanding of a new phenomena. Yeah, even agar a new angle bhi leke aa rahe ho, you do not know in advance what will happen. But here in description, pretty much the phenomena at hand, lekin in a particular context उसकी characteristics क्या है वो आपको नहीं पता. So characteristics you already know. So that means before you embark on a descriptive type of research, you have to pretty much plan it or structure it. कि आप डेटा कौन सा कलेक्ट करोगे, कैसे कलेक्ट करोगे, how you gonna go about collecting that data. So this is what distinguish between an exploratory research and descriptive research. लेकिन descriptive research on its own जो है it's not considered research pretty much, क्योंकि ये बस explain not explain, बल्कि ये सिर्फ describe कर रही होती है कि what is going on in terms of a particular phenomena. So normally what happens is after you describe a phenomena in terms of its characteristics or in terms of what are the steps, yeah, in terms of क्या हो रहा है, क्या procedure है, depending upon the research question that you're asking, or depending upon the phenomena that you're investigating. तो उसके बाद explanatory research जो है ना वो proceed करती है, because once you describe the phenomena in whatever context you're describing it, तो आगे यानी आपने word का question का जवाब आपके पास आ गया, तो now the logical course of action would be कि आप आगे जाकर explain करें कि जो आपका what है वो आपस में कैसे जुड़ा हुआ है. So that brings us to one of the examples of जो descriptive researcher again in the software engineering field. So this is one of the study that did descriptive research. Title क्या है? Descriptive case study investigating the implementation of web-based automated grading and tutorial software in a freshman computer literacy course. तो उन्होंने एक जो automated grading software जो कि tutorials भी देता था, उसको जो है ना उन्होंने describe किया in the context of के जो computer literacy course पढ़ते हैं और ऐसे student जो university में नए आए हुए होते हैं first semester, तो उन्होंने उसको describe किया उसके experience को. So this study investigates the implementation of an innovative web-based technology for delivering software proficiency training for Microsoft Office. So see this, the technology already existed. They were trying to describe it under how when they implemented it, या जब उन्होंने use किया तो they used that phenomena to characterize their population, which in this case are the students. So here it says कि building upon decades of end-user computing satisfaction and technology acceptance research. I'll come back to it later on. But first, let's complete it. So building on this, the purpose of the study is to describe कर रहा है कि instructor और students का experience क्या था when they use my IT lab educational software जो कि इस study में इस्तेमाल हो रहा था. So coming back, so this was the lens that they used. The phenomena, the technology already exists, और उस technology को वो just phenomena के around या just theory के around they were trying to describe, that is this, and using computer satisfaction in technology acceptance research. So technology acceptance in itself is a huge body of language, knowledge जो कि exist करती है, and that is to do कि कोई भी नई technology आती है तो लोग उसको कैसे accept करते हैं. तो इस theoretical point of view से या lens से उन्होंने describe किया experience of using this new technology. So this is about describing. This is what descriptive research looks like. Now coming to the third type of research, that is explanatory. So इसमें क्या है? And this is the research that most of the computing researchers know about. And it's about connection of the ideas, or to understand कि cause and effect क्या है. यानी किसी भी एक phenomena में you try to find out कि what are the variables जो कि cause बनते हैं, and what are the variables जो effect बनते हैं, और वो variables जो cause करते हैं वो उनका effect क्या होता है. So this is the explanatory type of research, and by conducting an explanatory research, the researchers are trying to explain what is happening, not in terms of description or exploration, balki in detail ke how that is happening. So it involves analyzing different things जो कि maybe पहले describe हुई हों या पहले explore हुई हों, and you try to analyze them in their in a holistic manner कि वो कैसे interact करती हैं, how do they come together. So the objective of carrying out an explanatory research is can be of two types. Either you're trying to understand कि which variables are you trying to pinpoint वो कौन से variables हैं जो cause करते हैं, and which variables are the effect. यानी कि अभी phenomena है in the beginning, and you're trying to understand, you're trying to explain कि variable कौन सा cause करता है किस के effect को, or you go a little bit more deeper and you try to understand कि जो variables आपने cause and effect में आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं उनकी रिलेशनशिप क्या है. यानी कि इज इट लाइक अगर let's take the example of again the cyberbullying phenomena. तो आपने किया कि one of the factors over here you're trying to understand कि cyberbullying जो victimization है can it be explained by socio-economic status. ठीक है, तो or other maybe other factors maybe about gender has to play any role. क्योंकि gender explain करता है cyberbullying victimization को, क्या socio-economic status explain करता है cyberbullying phenomena को, and you're trying to find out कौन सा variable कैसा effect देते हैं, and the relationship among them could be explained having the same example of cyberbullying कि आप you try to find out कि जो सोशो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस जो वेरिएबल है उसकी रिलेशनशिप इन साइबरबुलिंग विक्टिमाइजेशन क्या है. क्या अगर सोशो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस ऊंचा होगा तो क्या उसकी वजह से ज़्यादा साइबरबुलिंग विक्टिमाइजेशन होगी, या फिर सोशो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस ऑफ द पीपल कम होगा तो उसकी वजह से साइबरबुलिंग ज़्यादा होगी, और द अदर वे अराउंड. सो ओवरऑल you're trying to determine the nature of the relationship जो कि cause and effect के variables में है. So now let's have a look at one of the examples जो कि explanatory research को जो है इस्तेमाल करती है अपनी study में. So again this is from the software engineering field, and the title of the study is Factors That Motivate Software Engineering Teams, a 4-country empirical study. So, in this study, they try to explain how or what factors are there जो कि software engineering teams को motivation करते हैं. So, they investigated factors that motivate software engineering teams using some research method जो कि कंडक्ट किया ये स्टडी उन्होंने सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग प्रैक्टिशनर्स के साथ, जो कि किस लोकेशन से थे. फ्रॉम दे वर बेस्ड फ्रॉम इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, चिली, यूएसए एंड वियतनाम. तो हियर वी कैन सी दैट दिस इज फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ एक्सप्लेनेटरी रिसर्च जहाँ पर दे ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट, दे ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन अ फिनोमेना इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि कौन से वेरिएबल्स हैं जो कॉज बनते हैं, विच इज आइडेंटिफाइंग फैक्टर्स, और जो है ना वो इफेक्ट जो कि एक पर्टिकुलर फिनोमेना को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं, विच इज़ मोटिवेशन इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट. इसके साथ साथ दे ऑल्सो डेड कि दे ट्राई टू इन्वेस्टिगेट द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन मोटिवेशन एंड प्रोजेक्ट आउटकम्स in such a way that identifying the country in which the software engineering practitioners are based affect this relationship. तो उन्होंने ना सिर्फ उन वेरिएबल्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया that is responsible for motivating the software engineering team, बल्कि they also looked at the relationship कि उस relationship उन factors के दरमियान relationship क्या था in terms of in context of the country in which those teams were. So they try to understand कि for instance कि एक factor उन्होंने identify किया जो कि motivate करता था, तो then they try to find the relationship of that factor कि अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया में वो टीम हो तो does this factor improves the motivation or does it वो मोटिवेशन कम करता है या ज़्यादा करता है. और इसी तरह उसी फैक्टर को उन्होंने लिया कि क्या चिली की जो टीम्स हो तो वो मोटिवेशन ज़्यादा होती है कम होती है. सी दिस इन दिस स्टडी वी सी दैट कि जो एक्सप्लेनेशन है नॉट इन टर्म्स ऑफ आइडेंटिफाइंग दी वेरिएबल्स जो कि कॉज एंड इफेक्ट के वेरिएबल्स हैं, बल्कि ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर रिलेशनशिप in context of something else as well, in context of the country in this case.